Why don't Christian men pursue women anymore? And what can you do about it if you would love to be pursued? We have been cycling through several reasons and rhyme and rational why men don't seem to be able to pursue women, why they seem reluctant, why they seem hesitant, why they seem as if they don't care about pursuing women. And what we want to deal with in this video is the fact that there are some women, should I say, what we want to deal with in this video is that there are some men who don't seem to be able to find what they want. They have, they're constantly looking, they're constantly surveying, they can make up their mind on the type of woman they want. In fact, many men have told me that they can't find a good woman. That is just almost incredulous. So let's just dive into this aspect of this concept, why some men don't pursue women. Well, the first thing is what I call perfectionism. The fact that there are some men, they're looking for the one specific woman who would complete them. There is the concept that there has to be someone out there, the one who God has in the entire universe for him. And so he's looking for this person, he's seeking this person, he is on some kind of quest to find this one person who is the right. You know, women have Mr. Right. He has what we would call the male version. He's looking for Miss Right, the right person who would complete him, who would be the perfect person for him. And he's overlooking many of the women in the church on this quest. Perhaps he's waiting for the Lord to tell him which is the one he must choose. Perhaps he's looking around and seeing flaws in everyone, thinking that one hasn't turned up yet. And when that one turns up, something is going to tell him. Perhaps the Spirit is going to let him know. Perhaps he's going to get some revelation, inspiration that would let him know that this is the person. So there are men, spiritual men, Christian men, who are looking for that one. And because they have not identified, or the Spirit hasn't revealed it to them, or they haven't been inspired or given a dream, they are not approaching anyone until they have the confirmation from God. Secondly, there are some men who overanalyze. Because they believe in the concept of finding the one, their Eve, as it were. They overanalyze every single woman. And because they're analyzing the person or the women in the church to bits, they're finding faults with everyone. And hence, they just won't chump up and man up and pursue, because as far as they are concerned, that person has some fault, some black spots in the character. They are not spiritual enough. They are not good enough. There is something wrong with every person or every woman that they look at. Now, the last point I would like to emphasize in this video is that there are some men who are living in hope that the right person is around the corner. There are good people, there are good choices, there are good options. However, they feel perhaps if they choose this one or that one, then it will spoil the chances when the right one shows up. So rather than, in fact, one guy told me that, you know, Hilton, and he was very serious about this. I asked him, you know, why don't you settle down? You know, he is almost, he's what I would call the eligible bachelor of the year in the church. He says, you know, Hilton, it feels as though that, you know, if you choose someone, you may miss the opportunity when the right person comes along. And because of that concept, he is stagnated, or he hasn't been able to make a choice. He doesn't know what to do, because he's just waiting again for the right person to come along. Now, what should you do if there is such an individual or individuals in your church? I will tell you in a later video, but don't be disheartened. Don't be disheartened. This is not all Christian men. This is perhaps one or two Christian men who think that way. And when we get into solutions, I will explain both men and for women what to do. If you're a man who has this attitude, or if you're a woman who know men who have that attitude, who don't seem to want to approach you, then I'll give you a solution for that. So look out for the video that deals with the solutions. So talk soon. In the next video, we will look at another reason why men, Christian men, don't seem to be pursuing women anymore.